welcome back to my channel. Have you ever been in a situation where you needed an emergency dessert but felt like you didn't have any supplies on hand? Or maybe you just had a craving for something sweet, but there were no baked goods in the house. Or maybe your planned dessert was a complete disaster and you need a quick backup plan. Well, I have a solution for you. This dessert is easy to make, it can be fancy enough for a dinner party, and as an added bonus, you probably already have all the ingredients in your pantry. So let's get started. So right here I have things that you probably already have in your fridge or pantry. Flour, whatever jam you have on hand, mine is strawberry, chocolate chips, butter, chili powder, and salt. First, make a basic pie crust using 1 1/4 cups of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/3 cup of butter. Cut the butter into the flour until the mixture resembles coarse crumbs. To this, add 3 to 4 tablespoons of cold water and lightly mix with a fork until the dough just clings together. Turn the dough out onto a floured surface and roll out to the same thickness that you would for a pie crust. Cut the dough into about 3-inch squares. Depending on the number of people you're feeding, you may be able to keep the remainder of the dough in the fridge for cinnamon stickies. Put your squares into a greased muffin tin, pressing the dough against the sides of the pan. Next, make the filling using your jam. To the jam, add some salt and some chili powder. These ingredients help cut the overwhelming sweetness of the jam and deepen the flavor profile. You'll have to eyeball the amounts based on the amount of people you're serving, which is why I always taste the mixture before filling my pastries. Tastes good, so I'm good to go. Fill each pastry with about 2 tablespoons of the jam mixture. Again, I'm just eyeballing it. Fold each of the corners of the pastry towards the center, making a little package for the jam. Don't worry about sealing the edges. What I love about this dessert is that the jam bubbles out and makes this delicious candied coating on the pastry. And then you also have this delicious liquid filling inside that bursts out when you cut into it with a fork. I filled my empty muffin tins with water, but apparently this is a myth that you don't need to follow. TIL. Put the pan in a 425-degree oven until the pastry is cooked, about 20 minutes. Remove the pastries immediately while the jam is still hot and liquid. In the microwave, melt together your chocolate chips with enough butter to make the chocolate a drizzling consistency. Time to plate up. Swipe a line of chocolate onto each plate with a spoon. Place 1 or 2 pastries onto the center of the plate. Put some cream into a Ziploc bag, cut off the corner and drizzle it over the pastry and the plate. Do the same thing with the chocolate. If you don't have any cream on hand, you could either melt some ice cream to get the same effect, or place a scoop of ice cream next to the pastry before drizzling everything with chocolate. Yum! I love this recipe because I almost always have all the ingredients already on hand. I'm a cream fanatic, so I always have that in the fridge too. I think this recipe is fancy enough for a dinner party, whether you plan on this dessert or whether you turn to it in a pinch. How you plate it up is what makes it fancy, and if you have a little more skill or take a little more time, you could get it even neater and prettier than I did. Can anyone say Clean Plate Club? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can watch some of my other recipe videos by clicking here, or check out my crafting videos by clicking here. As always, thanks to everybody out there watching and supporting my channel, and cheers for now.